Hello or welcome back to our another video. In this section, we are going to see some important points from environmental engineering. So don't skip the video, watch the video completely, and this video will surely help you in many examinations that you are going to write. So watch till the end. So let's start. From environmental engineering, use of metering system causes the decrease in per capita consumption. Use of metering system causes the decrease in per capita consumption. 1.5 is the hourly factor and 1.8 daily factor and 2.7 is the peak demand. 1.5 is the hourly factor, 1.8 daily factor and 2.7 is the peak demand. The distribution mains are designed for maximum hourly demand. Distribution mains are designed for maximum hourly demand. Geometrical method is used for young and rapidly developed cities for forecasting the population. Geometrical method is used for young and rapidly developed cities for forecasting population. Next, arithmetical method. It is used for large cities. Arithmetical method is used for large cities. Geometrical method is used for young and rapidly developed cities. Very important points. So as compared to geometrical method, arithmetical method gives less value. As compared to geometrical method, arithmetical method gives less value. Next point, intakes are installed for drawing the water from sources. Intakes are installed for drawing the water from sources. Reflex valve provided on the suction pipe in a tube well. Reflex valve provided on the suction pipe in a tube well. Maximum discharge in tube well is 50 liters per second. Maximum discharge in tube well is 50 liters per second. As compared to shallow well, deep wells have more discharge. As compared to shallow wells, deep wells have more discharge. Groundwater is generally free from suspended impurities. Groundwater is free from suspended impurities. Next, malaria is not a waterborne disease. The most common cause of acidity in water is carbon dioxide, that we already know. The phenol compounds in water supply not more than 0.001 ppm. Phenol components in water supply not more than 0.001 ppm. Next, 1.5 milligram per liter is a permissible limit of fluoride content. That's very good, very important point. 1.5 milligram per liter is a permissible limit of fluoride content. Then next, standard EDTA test is used to test the hardness of water. Hardness of water can be tested using standard EDTA method. Then alkalinity in water is expressed in calcium carbonate. Alkalinity in water is expressed in calcium carbonate, CaCO3. The product of H and OH is 10 raised to minus 14. Product of H and OH is 10 raised to minus 14. pH can find out acidity or base. Turbidity is measured on standard silica scale. Turbidity is measured on standard silica scale. Color on platinum cobalt scale. Color on platinum cobalt scale. Turbidity on standard silica scale. Turbidity of drinking water should be 10 ppm. Turbidity of drinking water should be 10 ppm. Residual chlorine is tested by starch, iodine and orthotolin method. Residual chlorine is tested by starch, iodine and orthotolin method. Total solids not more than 500 ppm. Total solids not more than 500 ppm. Total chlorides not more than 250 ppm. Total chlorides not more than 250 ppm. Iron and magnesia 0.3 ppm. Iron and magnesia 0.3 ppm. Lead and arsenic 0.05 ppm. Lead and arsenic 0.05 ppm. Copper 3 ppm. Fluorine 1.5 ppm. Copper 3 ppm. Fluorine 1.5 ppm. The dissolved oxygen in natural unpolluted water is 10 mg per liter. Dissolved oxygen in natural unpolluted water is 10 mg per liter. The length of sedimentation tank not more than 4 times the width. Length of sedimentation tank not more than 4 times the width. The overflow rate of plain sedimentation tank is 500 to 750 liters per hour per meter square. Overflow rate of plain sedimentation tank. Overflow rate of plain sedimentation tank is 500 to 750 liters per hour per meter square. The settling velocity of a particle depends upon surface area of tank. Settling velocity of a particle depends upon surface area of tank. Efficiency of the sedimentation tank depends upon surface area of tank. Efficiency of sedimentation tank depends on surface area of tank. Settling velocity of a particle depends upon surface area of tank. So note these 2 points. Settling velocity of particle depend upon surface area of tank, and efficiency of sedimentation tank depend upon surface area of tank. For effective coagulation, the pH value of water found to be 6 to 8.5. Effective coagulation pH value of water found to be 6 to 8.5. And the detention period of coagulation tank is 2 to 6 hours. Detention period of coagulation tank is 2 to 6 hours. The alum, when added as coagulant, it decreases pH value of water. Alum, when added as coagulant, it decreases the pH of water. Lime is used to increase the speed of sedimentation sewage. Lime is used to increase the speed of sedimentation sewage. The effective size of sand particle of slow sand filter 0.25 to 0.35. 0.25 to 0.35 is the effective size of sand particle of slow sand filter. Next, air binding phenomena in rapid sand filters occurs due to excessive negative heads. Air binding phenomena in rapid sand filters occurs due to excessive negative head. Backwashing provided in rapid sand filters. Backwashing is provided in rapid sand filters. Next, period of cleaning of slow sand filters 2 to 3 months. 2 to 3 months is a period of cleaning of slow sand filters. Time contact of chlorine is at least 30 minutes. Time contact of chlorine is at least 30 minutes. The percentage of chlorine in fresh bleaching powder is 30 to 35%. Percentage of chlorine in fresh bleaching powder is 30 to 35%. Next point, the treatment of water with bleaching powder is called hypochlorination. The treatment of water with bleaching powder is called hypochlorination. Next point, the suitable method of disinfecting the swimming pool water is ultraviolet rays treatment. Suitable method of disinfecting the swimming pool water is ultraviolet rays treatment. Next point, sulfur dioxide used for dechlorination of water. Sulfur dioxide is used for dechlorination of water. Next, disinfection efficiency reduced at higher pH values. Disinfection efficiency reduced at higher pH value. Sulfur dioxide used for dechlorination of water, and the disinfection efficiency reduced at higher pH values. Next, copper sulfate is used for algae control. Activated carbon is used for removing odors, and copper sulfate used for algae control. Activated carbon is used for removing odors. Dead end system is used for irregularly growing town. Dead end system used for irregularly growing towns, and radial system used when the water is flowed towards the outer periphery. Radial system is used when the water is flowed towards the outer periphery. Next is gridiron system. Gridiron system is used for well-planned cities. Gridiron system is used for well-planned cities. Next, circle method is used when fire demand is considered. Circle method is used when fire demand is considered, and gridiron system is used for well-planned cities, and radial system is used when the water is flowed towards the outer periphery. Then dead end system is used for irregularly growing towns. Okay, these are the 4 methods. The next, sluice valve. It is provided to regulate the flow of water. Sluice valve is provided to regulate the flow of water. Next is reflex valve. It is provided to prevent the water flow back in the opposite direction. Reflex valve provided to prevent the water flow back in the opposite direction. Next is core valves. Core valves are provided at every depression head and dead ends. Core valves are provided at every depression head and dead ends. House sewer lateral sewers and common sewer, main sewers, trunk sewer and outfall sewers. This shows the increasing order of sewer size in terms of diameter, and starts from house sewer, lateral sewer, common sewer, main sewer, trunk sewer, and finally outfall sewer. Next, for country like India, where rainfall is mainly confined to one season, separate system is adopted. For country like India, separate system is adopted. For combined system adopted when the rainfall is distributed throughout the season. If rainfall is distributed throughout the season, combined system adopted. Or for confined to one season, rainfall is confined to one season, then separate system is adopted. Domestic consumption uses 135 liters. And the sewerage system is generally designed for 25 years. Sewerage system is generally designed for 25 years. For long and narrow pipe system, equivalent pipe method is used. For long and narrow pipe system, equivalent pipe method is used. Circular shape sewer is preferred in separate system. Circular shape sewer is used in separate system. X-shaped sewer is preferred in combined system. X-shaped sewer is preferred in combined system. For combined system, X-shaped sewer, and for separate system, circular sewer. The time of concentration. Time taken by the rainfall to run off from most farthest point to the point of dispersal. So time of concentration is the time taken by rainfall to run from most farthest point to the point of dispersal. Self-cleansing velocity of sewer in Indian condition 1 to 1.2 meter per second. Self-cleansing velocity of sewer in Indian condition 1 to 1.2 meter per second. The slope of sewer should be in the direction of natural slope of ground. Slope of sewer should be in the direction of natural slope of ground. 6 times dry weather flow for separate system. Rainfall plus 2 times dry weather flow for combined system. 15 centimeter and 300 centimeters are minimum and maximum diameter of sewers. Minimum and maximum diameter of sewers 15 and 300 centimeter. Velocity of flow does not depend on length of sewers. Velocity of flow does not depend on length of sewer. Circular brick sewer is used under culverts. Circular brick sewer is used under culverts, and egg-shaped sewer is suitable for both separate and combined system. Egg-shaped sewer is suitable for both separate and combined system. The characteristics of fresh and septic sewage is alkaline and acidic. Characteristics of fresh and septic sewage is alkaline and acidic. Fresh sewage alkaline, septic sewage acidic. The pathogens likely killed by chlorination. Pathogens likely killed by chlorination. Standard BOD is measured at 5-day 20 degree. Standard BOD is measured at 5-day 20 degree. Next is TOD greater than COD greater than BOD. TOD total oxygen demand, COD chemical oxygen demand, and BOD biochemical oxygen demand. 5-day BOD is less than 4-day BOD. The ratio of 5-day BOD to ultimate BOD is 2/3. Ratio of 5-day BOD to ultimate BOD is 2/3. 4 ppm is the minimum BOD to avoid fish kill. 4 ppm is the minimum dissolved oxygen DO to avoid the fish kill. Next, dissolved oxygen. Dissolved oxygen in streams is maximum at noon. Dissolved oxygen in streams is maximum at noon. The means of access for inspection and cleaning of sewer is manhole. Means of access for inspection and cleaning of sewer is manhole. Sewerage system is designed for maximum and minimum flow. Sewerage system is designed for minimum and maximum flow. Sewage treatment plant designed for average flow. Sewerage system designed for minimum and maximum flow. Sewage treatment plant designed for average flow only. Laying of sewers, not get confused with these two, sewerage system and sewage system. Sewage treatment plant designed for average flow only. Sewerage system designed for maximum and minimum flow. Okay. Next one is laying of sewers is usually done with the help of boning rods and side rails. Laying of sewers used with the help of boning rods and side rails. In sewage, oil and grease removed by skimming tank. Sewage, oil and grease removed by skimming tank. Detention period of grid chamber is 1 minute. Detention period of grid chamber is 1 minute. Sludge digestion tank and septic tank unit works on anaerobic condition. Sludge digestion tank and septic tank unit works on anaerobic condition. Maximum efficiency of BOD removal is achieved in oxidation dish. Maximum efficiency of BOD removal is achieved in oxidation dish. Maximum efficiency of BOD removal is achieved in oxidation dish. The working condition of Imhoff tank are anaerobic in lower compartment and aerobic in upper compartment. Working condition of Imhoff tank are anaerobic in lower compartment and aerobic in upper compartment. Next term, the detention period of oxidation pond is 10 to 15 days. Detention period of oxidation pond is 10 to 15 days. Compositing and lagooning are the methods of sludge disposal. Compositing and lagooning as the method of sludge disposal. Next is facultative bacteria works with or without oxygen. Facultative bacteria works with or without oxygen. For satisfactory working of sludge digestion tank, the pH value of water is 6 to 8.5. For satisfactory working of sludge digestion tank, pH value of water is 6 to 8.5. Normal value of sludge index is 150 to 350. Normal value sludge index is 150 to 350. Bangalore method practice anaerobic method of dispersal. Bangalore method practice anaerobic method of dispersal. Anti-siphonage pipe is used to preserve the water seal traps. Anti-siphonage pipe is used to preserve the water seal trap. In two pipe system, one soil pipe, one waste pipe and two vent pipes required. In two pipe system, one soil pipe, one waste pipe and two vent pipes are required. The gas from sludge digestion tank mainly composed of methane. Gas from sludge digestion tank mainly composed of methane. Most of the bacteria in sewage are saprophytic. Most of the bacteria in sewage are saprophytic. Chlorine is used to separate grease. Chlorine is used to separate grease. Shredding is provided in slotted pipe tube well. Shredding is provided in slotted pipe tube well. Ozone layer in the outer atmosphere get destroyed by chlorofluorocarbons. That we already know. Ozone layer in the outer atmosphere get destroyed by chlorofluorocarbons. The intensification of greenhouse gases is due to carbon dioxide. Electrostatic precipitators is used to control particulate emission. Electrostatic precipitator is used to control particulate emission. Spray tower is used to control both gaseous and particulate pollutant. Spray tower is used to control both gaseous and particulate pollutant. Pan and ozone are the secondary air pollutants. Pan is peroxide nitrates and it is formed by the mixture of oxygen, nitrogen oxides and ketone bodies. And it's a major constituent of photochemical smoke. And here it is given as secondary air pollutant. The pollutant which comes directly in the air from the source are called primary pollutant. And these primary pollutants are sometimes converted into these secondary pollutants. Therefore, these ozone, pan, all are comes under secondary pollutants. And primary pollutants carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide, sulfur oxide, some particulates, these all are comes under primary pollutant. So next, sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides are primary air pollutant. Sulfur oxide, nitrogen oxide, carbon monoxide, all are primary air pollutant. Then depletion of ozone layer in the outer atmosphere causes the skin cancer. Depletion of ozone layer in the outer atmosphere causes skin cancer. Acid rains are caused due to sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide. Sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide. Next, blue baby disease. It is caused due to the excess of nitrates. Blue baby disease caused due to the excess of nitrates. Next, dechlorination of water is achieved by sodium thiosulfate. Dechlorination of water is achieved by sodium thiosulfate, and the efficiency of sedimentation tank does not depend upon depth of tank. Efficiency of sedimentation tank does not depend upon depth of tank. Ferrule. Here is given ferrule, gooseneck, stopcock and water meter. Each water supply, and this is a connection sequence showing water supply to a house begins with connection of the service pipe with municipal water mains. Just give a small idea about these words: ferrule, gooseneck, stopcock and water meter. So to get water supply from municipalities connections, these connections are include that first one, ferrule. It's a right angled sleeve made of brass or gunmetal, and is joined to a hole drilled in the water main to which it is screwed down with a plug. That is called ferrule. And next is gooseneck. It's a small sized curved pipe made up of flexible materials, and it is about 75 cm in length, and it's forming a flexible connection between this water main and the service pipe. That's a main object, main use, that is make a flexible connection between water main and service pipe. That's by gooseneck. Next is service pipe. It's a galvanized iron pipe of size less than 50 mm diameter, and should be laid in underground in a trench, and in which no sewage or drainage pipe is laid. And the service pipe which supplies water to building through the municipal mains and is connected to main through gooseneck and ferrule. Okay. This municipal main is connected to the main through gooseneck and ferrule. Next is stopcock. It is provided before the water enters the water meter in the house, and it is placed in a suitable masonry chamber that you already know. It's placed in a suitable masonry chamber with a removable cover, and is fixed in the street close to the boundary wall in an accessible station. Okay. Next is water meter. It measures and records quantity of water consumed in the water. And these four, ferrule, gooseneck, stopcock, water meter, and their service pipe is not included that service pipe. These five things comes under municipality connections: ferrule, gooseneck, then after that service pipe, then stopcock and water meter. Water meter, it reads and records the quantity of water consumed in the house. Then starts from ferrule, then gooseneck, service pipe, stopcock and water meter. Okay. Next, under Indian condition, the average per capita demand is 30 to 75 mg per day. Sewage sickness. It's caused due to clogging of pores in soil due to excessive application of sewage to land. Due to the excessive application of sewage to land, clogging of pores in the soil, of course, that condition is called sewage sickness. Then soil pipe carry human excreta. Soil pipe carry human excreta. Next, screening, grid removal, primary sedimentation, aeration, secondary sedimentation. These steps are the sewage treatment plan procedures, and let's see these details one by one. A sewage treatment plants consists of these procedures: firstly, screening, grid removal, primary sedimentation, aeration, and secondary sedimentation. So let's start with screening. Screening, they are placed before grid chambers so as to trap and remove floating matters such as pieces of cloth, paper, wood, cork, hair, fiber, kitchen refuse, or fecal solids, etc. in the sewage. And main purpose of sewage is to remove floating matters. And these floating materials, if not removed, will choke the purpose or adversely affect the working of pumps. If we not remove these floating materials, then it affect the working of pumps. Then after screening, next step is grid removal basin. Grid chambers or detritus tanks are the sedimentation basins placed in front of the wastewater treatment plant to remove inorganic particles such as sand, gravel, grits, shells, bones, and other non-putrescible material. So, grid chambers or detritus tanks are the sedimentation basins that placed in front of the wastewater treatment plant to remove these inorganic particles, and they are usually placed after the fine screens to remove particles of size up to 0.2 mm or so. Okay, so they are placed after the fine screens to remove particle size up to 2 mm. Then next is primary sedimentation. Primary sedimentation tanks are thus designed to remove part of organic matter from the sewage effluent coming from the grid chambers. So primary sedimentation tanks, they are remove part of the organic matter coming from the sewage effluent from the grid chambers or detritus tank, and they are designed for affecting the settlement of particles by reducing the flow of velocity or by detaining the sewage in them. So how it's work, it reduces the flow of velocity or by detaining the sewage in them, thereby primary sedimentation occurs. The next step is aeration. From the primary sedimentation tank, the sewage flows into the aeration tank and is mixed with activated sludge. And these are rectangular tanks in which air is continuously introduced into these tanks. Thereby aeration occurs. In aeration, from the primary sedimentation tank, sewage flows into the aeration tank and is mixed with activated sludge. And these rectangular tanks in which air is continuously introduced into these tanks. Okay, then secondary sedimentation. From the aeration tank, sewage flows into secondary sedimentation tank, and these secondary sedimentation tanks removes bioflocculated solids, and this produce an effluent to meet discharge standards and concentrate the biological solids to minimize the quantity of sludge handling. So these are the 5 steps which comes under the sewage treatment plants. Okay. Next, traps. Traps are used to prevent the entry of foul smelling gas. Traps are used to prevent the entry of foul smelling gas. Okay. Next, coal-based thermal power station produce SO2, nitrates and SPM, where SPM is suspended particulate matter. Okay, that is SPM, suspended particulate matter, and it may cause many respiratory diseases. It also produces carbon monoxide. And this carbon monoxide is one of the main gases that is released from the burning of fossil fuels. Next, zone of degradation, zone of active decomposition, zone recovery, zone of clear water. This shows the zone of pollution. Okay, let's see one by one. A polluted stream undergoing self-purifications and through these 4 distinct zones of pollution. So, first one is zone of degradation. This usually occurs below the output sewer when discharging its contents into a stream. And the zone is characterized by water becoming dark and turbid with the formation of sludge deposits on the bottom, and the dissolved oxygen get reduced to 40%. In zone of degradation, dissolved oxygen get reduced to 40%, and this is occurs below the output sewer when discharging its content into the stream. And thus the water becoming dark and turbid with the formation of sludge deposits in the bottom. Okay, then next zone is zone of active decomposition. This is marked by heavy pollution and is characterized by the absence of dissolved oxygen. Water is grayish and darker with active anaerobic organic decomposition and accompanying and with the evolution of methane, hydrogen sulfide, carbon dioxide and nitrogen bubbling to the surface with masses of sludge forming black scum. Fish life is practically absent, and fungi and bacteria disappear as the organic decomposition slackens reaction sets in and dissolved oxygen again rises to its original level. Then next is zone of recovery. In this zone, the stream tries to recover its former appearance. Most of the organic matter has been settled as sludge. A BOD falls and the DO content rises above 40%. That is microscopic aquatic life appears. Then next is clear water zone. And one more thing is that in zone of recovery, water become clearer, fungi decreases and algae reappear. And mineralization is active and products such as nitrates, sulfates and carbonates are formed in the stage of zone of recovery. Then next is zone of clear water. In this, the natural stream condition is restored. The dissolved oxygen is higher than the BOD and the oxygen balance is attained and the recovery is said to be complete, and the water becomes attractive in appearance and some pathogenic organisms may however be present. Okay, these are the 4 zone of pollutions. Okay, next is river water contains maximum amount of turbidity. Then Ringelmann scale is used to measure grade density of smoke. Grade density of smoke is measured by Ringelmann scale. Then eutrophication of water is rich in nutrients. Eutrophication of water is rich in nutrients. Then zero hardness is achieved by ion exchange method. Zero hardness is achieved by ion exchange method. Excess lead causes anemia. Goiter caused due to absence of iodine. Excess lead causes anemia and goiter caused due to absence of iodine. Then aerosol is dispersion of small solid or liquid droplet. Aerosol is the dispersion of small solid or liquid droplet. A commonly used hand pipe is reciprocating pipe. A commonly used hand pipe is reciprocating pump. Then first stage is carbonaceous demand. Second stage is nitrification demand. First stage is carbonaceous demand. Second stage is nitrification demand. P-trap used for water closet. P-trap used for water closet. And the sound level of jet airplane is 140 decibel. Sound level of jet airplane is 140 decibel. So thus winding up this session. Hope you all like this video. In this video, some points we go through the detailed explanations. Hope you all like this all videos, all points that I discussed today. Hope you all like this video, and if you like this video, please like and share to your friends, and don't forget to subscribe my channel also. Thank you. Stay tuned.